Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. This is day 2 for the Sardine Challenge. I started the Sardine Challenge yesterday at 5 o'clock. First of all, before I forget, I am starting a playlist for this series. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 videos because I started Sunday and it ends Wednesday. But I might do an update on Thursday, so maybe 5 videos. And if I really feel the need to tell you other stuff, because I'm starting to feel the need, I might just do some separate videos, even if I have 2 in one day. I want this series to just be just about this. Okay, so go check the playlist and watch episode number 1, part 1 I called it. This is part 2, and get caught up. Basically, I'm eating sardines for 72 hours. So I wanted to tell you how that went. And I do have some notes. I talked to you guys yesterday and I hadn't started yet. I had just bought my cans of sardines. Now, yesterday, I had a half a stick of butter in the morning, and then I had a little bit more butter during the day, and then I had some at night, so I probably got my full stick in. But I hadn't eaten anything else. I just was excited. I knew I was going to be eating sardines, and having listened back to one of Dr. Boz's videos, I think she went 60 hours before she started a can of sardines. So she had not eaten for a bit there, more than 2 days. I don't know. I'd have to listen to that again. I do have links to 3 of Dr. Boz's videos in the description box below, and I did watch the one that I didn't think I had watched. I had watched it, and I kind of watched it again. And yes, I was getting some information screwed up. But anyway, so I hadn't eaten all day yesterday. I went out, got the sardines, and then I went home, and I ate 2 cans of sardines because at that point I was kind of hungry, and after the first can, I was like, I have an appetite that I didn't realize. And a lot of times with carnivore, you don't realize that you're hungry. You might have a slight headache, you might feel tired, you might be thirsty, and you don't realize that you really, it's because you need to eat more, but you've just lost your appetite. You lose your appetite easily on carnivore. I do. Okay, so at 5 o'clock, I ate 2 cans of sardines, and I did indeed add a little bit of mustard and hot sauce. And some of you have never seen sardines. You have no clue what is inside that little can. So tomorrow, I'll record at my apartment, and I will show you the sardines. When I get ready to eat, I will open a can for you, and I'll eat a piece for you, okay? So I had the 2 cans of sardines, and I felt satisfied. I think I would have been satisfied after 1 can. And I do like sardines. I forgot how much I like sardines. Do I want to eat 15 cans worth? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But I'm very easy to just accept the fact that this is what I'm eating, and I'm eating it. I don't worry about, oh, I don't like it, or what if I don't like it? And somebody said, what if I don't like it? And I said, it's okay to eat something you don't like. It really is. And then I said, or your other option is just don't eat it. Nobody's forcing anybody to do anything. I don't know what it's like to not like food. I'll eat anything. I will try anything. Yeah, but there are a lot of people who just don't like things even before trying it. They just know. They know they're not gonna like it. So I was good. And then at 11:30 p.m. yesterday, I was kind of hungry, and I was going to bed, and I thought, I'm going to eat another can of sardines before I go to bed. So I did. So I ate only 3 cans of sardines yesterday, starting at 5 p.m. Today, I didn't even get out of bed till fucking 2:30 p.m. I don't know. I'm going through a thing. I wake up, usually before noon. I've been sleeping so much better. I sleep, and I sleep hours at a time. I can't even believe that. And that's not just the sardines. That's the high-fat carnivore. The high-fat changed my world when it came to sleeping. I feel very guilty, and it feels very wrong to be getting up late, but I've gotten up early my entire life. As a self-employed woman, I'd wake up and taking care of my mother for years, 20 years, she needed help every day. And, you know, we'd get her up and, you know, do all the stuff I had to do with her, change her bed, you know, all that stuff. And I'd be, but before she needed that much help, I would get up, go to the bathroom, come out, sit at my computer, and my work day started within minutes. I used to, at that time, still boil water to make my favorite instant coffee. But I'd start working before my water even boiled. And so I've been doing that for a long time. And I did that, and I saved a bunch of money for retirement, but I can't seem to want to retire. I'm not supposed to be fucking talking about any of this. Oh my God, I'm sorry. That's another whole video. I'm supposed to be talking about sardines. See how I go off track? Okay, I guess the point was that I sleep late now, so my first can of sardines was at 2:30. I woke up, but I stay in bed. I stay in bed and I do stuff on my iPad. I talked on the phone with my sister. I had no appetite, and I didn't get up until 2:30, and I had one can of sardines. I thought of having another one, just having two at a time, but I said I'll start with one. And I feel like eating. I don't know. I'm not going to be going through a lot of cans of sardines. And somebody said that in the comments, and also Dr. Boz herself said, you're going to find you're not going to need a whole lot of sardines. I am not one to limit calories, so I don't like the idea of not having more calories. But I'm going to do it. It's just for 3 days. I am still doing my butter because I opted for sardines in water, so I still want to do my high animal fat carnivore. Dr. Boz is not carnivore. She's keto, as far as I know. I haven't watched but a handful of her videos, so at one point she's at least keto. And but I'm carnivore, and that's one reason. And it wasn't snapping at first when she said the olive oil. I was just thinking for some reason like natural fish oil, but I know I don't want soybean oil. That's the devil's work. And but of course I don't want olive oil. And some of you corrected me and said, oh no, you want olive oil. That's the healthy oil. Not for a carnivore, it's not. I'm not eating a fucking can of fish that were soaked in olive oil. I don't do plants. That would be extreme to eat that many cans of sardines with olive oil. You know, it would be different if, you know, I was starving and there was, and all that I had available to me was a can of sardines and olive oil. I'd fucking eat the sardines. But I'm not doing, you know, sardines irregularly, and I think I will stick to this regularly, at least to some point. I'm not doing the olive oil, folks. I am not, and it's not a healthy oil. In my head, it's not. Just like you hear it is, I hear that it isn't, because I have just as many doctors. Dr. Kiltz, I almost said that wrong. Dr. Kiltz, toxic, poison, all the oils like that, and all the vegetables. He's carnivore, and I think 12 years. Okay, so I'm gonna have a hard time getting through this series without straying from the topic. I'm sure I'll have more sardines tonight, and yeah, they're okay. Oh, and you do want the sardines with the skin and bones. That's the healthiest, the bones. And I think when I last heard Kelly Hogan talking about it, I think I heard her say that, I don't know if she did the challenge, but I know she was eating at least a can of sardines, or incorporating that into some of her meals. And I think it was her that I heard talk about the importance of eating the bones and stuff. You can get boneless, skinless sardines if that's what you must have. I know that exists, but I want the bones and the skin. All right, so let me look now at my little list of notes. So tomorrow I'm planning on showing you the actual sardines. Yes, and again, I got this on my list, but I am doing sardines and butter only because I am high-fat carnivore, and I don't want to stray from the high-fat. So I'm going to try to do at least a stick of butter per day with my sardines. You do not have to do that. You can do just the sardine challenge the way Dr. Boz does it, and I have the video links in the description of this video, her links. The omegas, yes. I think I was saying omega-6 and 12 or whatever. I've never paid attention to supplements, vitamins. I've never done that in my life. And why I love the way I'm eating now, carnivore, all these years, is because I don't have to pay attention to anything. Calories, carbs, I don't weigh anything. I eat till I'm full. It's the most freeing thing ever. But, so if I did rewatch a little bit of the videos, and I think it's the omega-3 that we want, and omega-6 not so much. I don't even know why. I don't really care. I just think I said stuff like 6 and 12 in yesterday's video, so I'm trying to half-assed correct myself without knowing still what I'm talking about. If those omegas matter to you, just go watch the videos. And I did I linked to 3 of Dr. Boz's videos, so there's many more. If I find more that I like, I will add them to the list of video links in this series. Oh yeah, so yesterday, here's how I prepared for this, because some of you say, oh, I have to wait till this, or I have to wait till that, or I have to wait till this. Well, I had just taken out 2 pounds of ground beef to thaw, and it was mostly thawed. So I put that back in the fridge, and today I cooked it all, and I made my bowl with the cover, my container, and that's in the freezer. So I didn't have to wait until I ate that. It wasn't going to go to waste. I cooked it without touching it. I didn't take a taste or anything, and it's frozen. The other thing I did immediately was I put the bag of pepperoni and the leftover cheese in the freezer also. Yeah, every once in a while, I'll just go for something like that, and I don't care. It's carnivore. As long as it's carnivore, I'm happy. But I know I can't do dairy for any length of time without getting joint pain. And, you know, I'm not out to eat a 2-pound bag or whatever. It's a big bag, the biggest bag you can get at Walmart. You know, that's not my goal, to eat a whole fucking bag of pepperoni. But if I'm in the mood to just, you know, chow down, pig out, whatever I want to do on that, every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, I do shit like that. But now it's in the freezer. And I'll just use it up the next time I go see Derek and I want to bring him some treats or whatever. So I froze that stuff. So yesterday I didn't have anything but my butter and the sardines. And I think that Dr. Boz actually started this like maybe even over a year ago. I think she does it every now and then. Like I said, I haven't been watching her videos. I will continue to listen to some of the stuff she says, but like I said, I'm carnivore. I'm not keto. But I can still, you know, learn things from her. And I plan on continuing with sardines, but I will do herring also, because I really like the herring, and I haven't had that in a long time. And I will always try to buy whatever in water. If I can't get herring in water, then I won't get herring. I grew up on fresh mackerel right from the ocean, because I myself was catching them when my father would haul his traps. The schools of mackerel would follow, and I would drop a line with like 7, 8 hooks and just catch the mackerel, and we would have fresh mackerel all the time. I have had canned mackerel before. That just doesn't compare, so I don't think I'd ever be doing canned mackerel. My brother can get fresh mackerel in Houston, well, outside of Houston. I haven't seen that anywhere here. I am going to start eating fish again. I had told you guys when I started high-fat carnivore, adding the butter, that was going to be for 6 months, and that 6 months is gone. That ended June 30. But I love beef so much that I really don't like to stray from it, and I don't have to stray from it at all. I can still have, you know, the bulk of my meat be beef every day, but I do want to add some things. I want to get back to like shrimp, and I love shrimp with my steak, and just different things, non-optimal things. If it's just a little bit and it's at least carnivore, I'm good. I'm good with that. And when I say non-optimal, like maybe buying I call it kielbasa. I think you guys call it summer sausage or whatever, kielbasa. You know, the big, like, horseshoe kind of thing. And maybe cut that into like 2-inch pieces, and then take a piece out of the freezer when I want, and, you know, chop that up into pieces and throw that in with my ground beef. Stuff like that. I want to add a little bit of things because I like stuff like that, and it's just a little bit now and then, and it is carnivore, even though it's processed. You are allowed to eat processed meat. You know, you are. Some people, that's pretty much all they eat because they just don't like meat. And the carnivore gurus will say, if that's all you can stomach is processed meat, it's better than eating vegetables. Just stick with the processed if that's all you can handle. But most people end up loving meat after a while. Okay, I gotta stop talking. My list is done. And I'm excited. I feel nothing. I don't feel sick. I didn't get any heartburn. I think Dr. Boz said she got heartburn when she did 2 cans of boneless, skinless, but she had no ill effects with the regular sardines with bone and skin, right? I don't care what it looks like. I don't get grossed out by stuff like that. I look at this as medicine. This is going to help me. And my real thing that I'm trying to see, the one thing that I'd be able to maybe notice is if my right knee would lose all pain. It has a little bit of pain, constant, but such a tiny amount. But all my other joints are pain-free. If I do dairy, all my joints will hurt, including my hips now, too. The right side is worse than the left side. But the hips will hurt, my knee will hurt, my shoulders will hurt, and even my fingers will start to get sore. I've had times where my ankles were sore. It pretty much covers a lot, right? So I have a little bit of pain. I don't think 3 days is going to tell me if I can get rid of that little tiny bit of pain in my knee from the sardines. But I think I will continue to have sardines in my apartment for sure. You know, maybe even do something like start out every day with a can of sardines. I don't know. And then just eat my other stuff, or just, you know, have them when I am hungry before I go to bed and I don't feel like cooking. I can pop open a can of sardines and eat that. It's very satisfying. So I'm happy about that. And then I had said I could get herring if I can get it in water. The mackerel, I think I'll be skipping. I could try it once just to see if I'd be okay with it. I don't care to do the anchovies. And what's the last one is salmon. And I love salmon. I would buy that fresh or maybe frozen. I'm sorry, I'm not buying the canned salmon. I like that, but I could do it fresh or frozen. All right, you guys. So I will be back tomorrow with an update. I'll show you the sardines and we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.